Hey guys, and welcome back. Honestly, I'm not even sure what to welcome you back to. This is just mostly just another review of the patch notes for the September 24th balance changes. So it's like 3 o'clock in the morning almost. No, it's 2:30 a.m. on Wednesday, September 27th. And oh man, the balance changes are in. The servers have not gone live yet. As you can see, the server maintenance is still going on, but I did want to go ahead and go over the balance changes because they are something that not only myself, but a lot of other players have been waiting for quite some time. We're hoping this makes a little bit of a change towards things moving a little bit away from hero. If you weren't all about that whole multi-weapon style play, you can move back to your old classes and they still feel like they're useful. Because right now they don't. They just don't feel like it's even worth putting time into. But I digress. I'm going to go ahead and actually I want to start over here really quick. And as always, we are on the Bumped website is where we're pulling our information from. This is updating in real time, so they might add a little bit to this. I'm sorry if I miss anything, but feel free to check out the website when you wake up at a decent hour, because I'm sure you guys are all awake at decent hours, not awake at 3 o'clock in the morning like I'm going to be. 4 o'clock when servers go up and we start the stream, but let's see. So here are the patch notes so far. So we get the Attack on Titan lobby, which is going to be awesome. Like, I don't know why we had the other lobby. It didn't even matter as far as I'm concerned. Skull Rush from September 26th, or no, sorry, September 27th to October 11th. If I could talk at this hour, it'd be great. Applies only to Buster quests. I don't remember what this is. I'll have to take a look in the patch notes further. Remember what Skull Rush is. The weapon camo is now usable for dual blit. What is this weapon camo? What is this weapon camo? Alright, yo, this is so I haven't looked at these yet. Oh, it's the weapon camo for the Attack on Titan weapon. Okay, cool. I just want to figure out what that was. I haven't looked at these yet to understand what they are yet. So this is the skull camo, I believe. These two new items. I believe it might be one camo that goes across both items. So this would be for the gun slash, and this is for the bow. Hopefully bow is going to be a new thing people start using a lot more. And now we're going to hop over to the balance adjustments. Now this is where things are going to get awesome. So this is the video. This is from one of my old videos, or one of the other station recaps I did. If you want to check out earlier videos, I'll put a link in the description to the other video that has this video in it, or you can just check out the video yourself. I'll toss a link to that too. So step adjustments. Increase the step travel distance for sword, wire lance, partisan, twin dagger, double saber, knuckles, gun slash, katana, dual blade, bullet bow, wand, jet boots, and unarmed. Step attack distance now changes according to the distance you are from the enemy sword. Okay, so all the weapons again. Looks like everything but rod. I think rod is because it doesn't, your step attacks don't actually cause you to move. Twin dagger, bullet bow. Yeah, this looks like TMGs also aren't included because your step attack won't cause you to move either. Increase sword steps motion speed when on the ground. Relax bullet bow's step attack cancellation timing and jump cancellation timing when stepping. So apparently it's supposed to be a little bit easier with relaxed timing. It adjusted the just attack timing for braver skills. Just attack, let's see, snatch just attack combo and the skill. Okay, so yes, it's for the rings and the actual attack. Okay, so it's for the braver skill for snatch just attack combo, and then for the actual ring that associates with that skill itself. The dive roll changes like we talked about beforehand. The Mirage escape adjustments, we talked about those beforehand as well. And potential adjustments. The potential will have power, hang on a second. This potential will have the power of its wide attack buffed. This will also have the power of its normal attacks buffed. I guess this is, did they translate it? Yeah, Starlight Remnants and Antique Shot. I'm not sure what those potentials are. Maybe I've come across them and just didn't realize it, but we'll see. Skill ring adjustments. So these are just adjusting a couple of the rings, I guess, to not break normal attacks, because it probably would have caused everyone else's normal attacks to out damage heroes, which would be kind of crazy. And I'm sure the community would also feel like it's justified at this point because we've kind of been screwed by heroes normal attacks for a while now. But our attack advance has been nerfed. When combined with the adjustments, it will feel like a buff overall. The effect for, I mean, a lot of people didn't even use our attack, depending upon the class, so we'll see. The effect for the skill ring, TMG stance up has been nerfed. Again, this is to compensate for the buffs. And the skill ring a launcher mode. I don't play Ranger at all, so I really don't know how this is going to affect Rangers. I'm sure Ranger will be happy about that because it doesn't look like it's nerfing anything. It looks like it's increasing power, attack range, and PP recovery, which seems pretty good. So here's where things get fun. The class adjustments, and this is huge. So we might be here for a minute. So we're in for the long haul. All right, let's get ready. So Hunter adjustments, class skills. Charge parry, increase the effective time per level. So you'll have a longer parry window, I'd imagine. Rare Mastery Hunter, change the level cap to 1. Changed it to a default skill. Now works with crafted weapons and changed to a damage bonus effect. So instead of you just getting extra S attack, you now get damage bonus for using the rare, or for using a higher star weapon. So it'll incentivize using higher star weapons. I think just over 10 star though, and it's base. You don't have to put a point in it, which is pretty awesome. Hold on, Fury Stance improves the S damage taken values per level. Oh, okay, we're taking less damage, thank God, because that hurt. That hurt a lot. Christ. And just guard PP gain. Increase PP recovery amount. So okay, you'll gain more PP for just guarding, which is kind of cool for Hunter mains. I'm sure people will be happy about that. Fury Critical, change the level cap to 5. All values will be accorded. So you don't have to put as many points into Fury Critical, which is nice. For people that use crit builds, like I have a bouncer build that uses crit, and it's kind of a meme because people tend to look down on crit, but you know, whatever, no big deal. So sword, normal attack, see, increase power, reduce hit stop, increase PP recovery. Step attack, increase power, increase PP amount, and then increase turning, which is nice. So now we get to the PA adjustments. A rising edge, reduce hit stops, increase motion speed. Twister Fall Type 0 has increased its power. Nova Strike, reduce hit stop, so it doesn't do any more damage. So some of these not all of these increase damage. Some of them are just specifically increasing like their range and how fast they go out. Reduce hit stop, reduce hit stop. So whenever we see reduce hit stop, that's what it's talking about, is reducing the animation. Let's see. Over end, increase attack range, adjusted guard cancellation timing, and reduce hit stop. Nice. Sonic Arrow, increase speed of slash, increased range of slash. Guilty Break, increase the travel distance. Added a step cancel while traveling, so you can step out of it, so you can cancel Guilty Breaks now. And increase the speed of travel when not charged. So your charge speed is still going to be the same, but if you don't charge it, it'll be like still not as bad. I'd imagine this is to make it a little bit easier to travel when you're not consistently going up against mobs. Because normally when you played Hunter for any of the Hunter mains, I know like while leveling Hunters was kind of sucking. But not having any Hunter gear and trying to use Guilty Break was awful. Animation parry, reduce hit stop. Wired Lance, I think these are going to be mostly the same across the board. So increase power, PP recovery, yeah, all this is the same. It also increased turning speed, which is kind of nice. Increase motion speed at start of hold for grapple charge. Let's see, increase motion speed. A lot of the Wire Lances, it looks like it's going to be increased motion speed at the start of the hold specifically. So they want to get you spinning faster to get to your max speed. Looks like that's just about for everything. Okay, no, Kaiser Rise got increased range, increased power, and attack range. So it looks like a couple of PAs got some increased range as well. Other spin, increased suction. Increased suction though. Let's see, Partisan. Oh, this is interesting. You won't recover PP through dance if the potential urgent maneuver 1 is active. Partisan's Dance. You'll recover PP by a certain amount by dancing after attacking. You'll be able to recover PP naturally during the weapon action. I don't know what this means, because I don't use Partisans, but I'm sure Partisan mains will be able to give us some information about it. Feel free to comment and let me know what the hell they're talking about. Okay, let's see here. Slide Shaker, Speed Rain, so we got hit stop reducing. Not every PA, looks like they didn't all get hit stop reducing. Some just got power buffs. Added guard cancellation, which is nice. So they're adding some cancels to certain PAs. But they're not adding it to everything, which is, well, maybe those PAs already had cancellation, but we'll see. Fighter adjustments. Let's see here. So those are all the hunter adjustments. It looks pretty good so far. Oh, man, we are going to be here for a minute. We are going to be here for a long minute, actually, team. Let's see. Rare Mastery Fighter. Change the level cap to 1. Okay, so it's the same thing here. Brave Stance. Increase the front and back power per level. Change the level caps to 5. Values will not be adjusted for Brave Stance up. Okay, so Brave Stance. Increase the front and back power level. Okay, so I think what this is actually talking about is increasing the power overall for Brave Stance to start with, but the power level has been reduced. So maybe that's just a balance? I'm not sure. Brave Critical. Values adjusted, so less points having to go into Brave Critical. Y Stance, increase the front and back power per level. Y Stance up, level 5. Okay, so they do the same thing with Brave and Y Stance. I think they want to make it so you're able to spec into both of them and use them accordingly depending upon the situation. We'll have to see. So Twin Daggers, what did you get? So if we go through every individual PA, we'll be here all night. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the major changes here to what they are, take a look at these here, see if there's anything that I notice offhand that's kind of cool, and we'll talk about it. So Twin Daggers, increase power, reduce hit stops, increase PP regen amount of the third attack only. That's interesting. So the third attack is the only one that's going to be getting bonuses. The other attacks are fine. But also increase power overall. So Twin Daggers are going to do more damage. Step attack has increased power, reduce head stop. So, okay, it's not too bad. Let's see, out of these here, Raging Waltz, increase okay, so this is cool. The pursuit distance has been increased on Raging Waltz, which will make it easier to get in on targets. But if you were using the Twin Dagger Chase Ring, it shouldn't be too bad. Hit stops, increased power, hit stops. So that's an interesting one. Wild Rhapsody didn't get any increased power. I always thought Wild Rhapsody was not on the weak side, but it could use a little bit extra damage. And shoot Polka as well. But I'm sure Sega knows what it's doing. I'm sure the entire community agrees that Sega always knows what they're doing. Let's see. So Double Saber got increased power for normal attacks, reduced hit stops, increased PP recovery amounts. It looks like across the board, so no matter what attack you're doing, you're getting PP amount increases. Increased power, reduced hit stop, PP. Okay, so it looks like it just got the same buffs to both its regular attacks and step attacks. Really, it's type 0. Increase the movement speed when charged. Increase the travel distance when charged. And increase turning speed while charged. So you're just going to move faster and go further when you charge your tornado dances now, which is nice. Which you should normally be doing anyway. Scissor Edge reduces hit stop. You know, one thing that didn't get a lot of things is I'm noticing that Double Sabers did not get a lot of power increases. Because Double Sabers are already pretty strong. So I'm sure they don't want to go too hardcore on it. They did give some to Hurricane Sender. Knuckles, increased power. This one I'm actually kind of afraid of, depending upon what they buffed. Hang on, let's see. So yeah, increased power, reduce head stops, increase PP regen during second and third attacks. So first attack won't have increased PP regen. Step attack, increased power, reduce hit stops, increase PP recovery, and increase turning speed. So there's one PA specifically I'm concerned about. Heartless Impact, reduce hit stop, added step cancel while traveling, and increase distance. They didn't increase any damage on this, which is cool. Surprise Knuckle, Flash Thousand. Where is it? Is it Flicker Jab? I think it's Flicker. Is it Flicker Jab? Is the one? I think Flicker Jab's the backhand that you do over and over again, and that didn't get any more power, which is exactly what needed to happen, because that would have been really, really, really strong. So I'm assuming that Fighter, Force, and let's say their class Gunner won't get a lot of buffs, but we'll see. And by the time this video is over, I'm not going to be able to talk. So Ranger adjustments. Let's take a look at those here. So Ranger, same rare mastery changes. Nothing different there. Weak Bullet. Increase power of Weak Bullet. Oh, Ranger mains might be happy about that. Increase shooting distance and relax the decay time. There is no change to the damage accumulation amount, though. So the damage accumulation is still the same. But they increase Weak Bullet's power. Does that mean that might just mean the initial hit, which probably doesn't matter for crap. And ow, I just scratched my hand on my desk. That's fun. Bind Bullet, increase power. I feel like that might not be a huge deal. increase shooting distance, relax decay. Mirage shot, increase power, increase. I don't know if these are actually useful. And panic shot, gelin shot. Okay, so we're not going to worry about those too much. Weak hit, reduce the shooting power. When combined with other adjustments, it'll feel like a buff. So it's supposed to be a buff. Standing snipe, increase shooting power. Change the level cap to 5 values. Okay, so standing snipe too. This is the same. It looks like the same type of changes that the stances got, where they increase the power of the first part of the stance and decrease the amount of points you have to put in the second part of the stance itself. But they didn't increase the beginning levels to compensate. So I feel like this is going to be overall maybe a slight buff with requiring less points. So maybe allowing you to use more of your tree, which isn't a bad thing. I'm not actually against that, but I would have more preferred them to like make you kind of push into one tree or the next and not have to go across to everything. But make it viable to do one or the other, you know? But teaches his own, whatever. We'll keep going. Assault rifle changes, increased power, increased PP recovery amount, increase shoot distance, and relax the decay distance. And then dive, roll, shoot, increase power, increase PP regen, increase shoot, relax. Okay, so same things across the board for those two. There's certain PAs I want to look for here because I don't know these PAs very well. Satellite cannon got increased power, which is awesome. Parallel slider got increased power, which is good. Glorious Rain increased power, yep. That would definitely, see, these are all good changes that Ranger got. So hopefully people want to move towards Ranger again as like just damage, but I doubt it. There's just a lot of other options. Launcher got increased attack power, or sorry, yeah, increased power, increased PP regen, improved. I think they're going to probably do this across to everything. The bullet speed change will not apply to the launcher mode normal attacks. That sucks. Because they got increased bullet speed. Wait, did rifles get that? No, they didn't. Rifles did not get increased bullet speed. Well, they kind of move fast anyway, so I'm sure that's not a big deal. Oh, crap. I'm a professional video maker. Hold on one sec, guys. So let's see here. Nothing really other than increased power. Why did they increase the power of rodeo drive? Okay, they changed rodeo drive type 0. Let's see this. Increased power, increased movement speed, increased turning speed, increased attack range, and added dive roll cancellation. So it looks like they're trying to do is they're increasing movement across the board, hopefully, and they're adding cancellation out of it, all of it. A lot of these got increased power, which is nice. Reduced PP consumption during attack. That's actually pretty cool. Gunner changes. I don't think they're going to get a lot of changes to Gunner like that are going to damage it. There's going to be damage changes. They're just all right. Just slight tweaks is what they need. Showtime got reduced cooldown, 0 range, advance 2, reduced shooting power, but when combined with adjustments, it'll feel like a buff compared to before. Decreased power when combined with adjustments. Okay, so yeah, it's S roll arts, S roll up. I don't know if you'll take these or if Gunners took these as it was before. I was still working on leveling my Gunner, so hopefully Gunner mains will be able to let us know. And then of course the rare mastery. So yeah, not a lot changed with Gunner. It was okay beforehand. Just needed like slight power tweaks and movement tweaks. Let's see. Increased power, increased shooting distance, power, PP recovery, shooting distance. TMG weapon action, increased power, adjusted the third adjust attack timing, and increased shooting distance. TMG weapon action. TMG weapon action. I always thought that was, oh, that was the bullet time. Gotcha. Okay, never mind. So let's see. These I do know okay. So Messiah time got increased power, bullet squall got increased power, infinite fire got increased shooting distance and power, but type 0 is, yeah, got both of those as well. Satellite aim. Elder Rebellion got increased power and shooting distance, which is awesome. Reverse tap, heal stab. Shift period only got increased power, and then Grim Barrage got increased power and increased movement speed, which is awesome. So yeah, more movement tech. Force adjustments. So this is where I figured they weren't going to get a lot of damage buffs, but let's see, adjusted prerequisites to level, prerequisites to level, prerequisites to level, and increased PP recovery amount for rod shot, which is what I figured would happen. And same effect with rare mastery force. These lip piercings do not want to cooperate today. Let's see, increase PP recovery amount for normal attacks. Techer adjustments. Let's see, just more or less. Oh, increase the tech explosion power, which is pretty awesome. Wands got increased power, PP regen, stop, all the same really. Some techniques got a couple adjustments, it looks like. Safoe type 0, increased movement distance. So movement distance, basically movement tech changes here. Yeah, all movement tech for the most part is what it seems like. So again, sticking to the same sort of idea that they want to increase the movement speed of all the classes, be able to move just as fast or keep up with the same sort of ideas that Hero has at the moment. Braver, let's see what we have here. Same thing with Rare Mastery. We're not even talk about it anymore at this point. Increase the power during Katana Gear release. That's going to be pretty big. Attack Advance got decreased in power because of the normal buffs, which is normal. Counter bonus, increased power, increased edge power. I feel like they're just making fun of me. Increased edge power. Dude, you gotta be edgy to play a katana user. Anyway, increased edge PP recovery amount. That's gonna mean something in like a couple hours. I'm gonna think back and I'm like, this is gonna be stupid. Anyway, Katana Gear Boost made changes so that it increases the amount of PP recovering when attacking, which is awesome. Let's see. So this is the same changes that the other stances got, where it's changed level to 5. Values will adjust it accordingly. Critical got adjusted to 5 with values adjustments. Weak stance, power of non-weak point. Increase the power of non-weak point spots, meaning that you'll do more damage when you're not hitting weak points if you're using weak stance, because more or less no one used weak stance. I mean, it was very rare that you would use weak stance unless you were using like bows. I think most katana bravers didn't use weak stance, at least from what I used and from what I saw, or my experiences streaming and things like that. Weak stance up, change level to 5, values will be adjusted. Okay, so they're basically making it so you're able to take this with weak stance up, weak stance critical. Yeah, they're just making it so you're able to take them, essentially is what it is. So let's look at the weapon changes. Katana got increased power. Didn't change anything for its step attack or PP recovery. That's interesting. Okay. And then increased power, increased PP recovery for its step attack. All right. Where is... You know what's not on this list? Is it? Am I just not able to read Sakura Endo? And it's not on the list. They didn't adjust it. Okay, so Sakura Endo is remaining the same. Shunka got increased movement speed. It basically got the movement treatment. Gurren also didn't get touched, as far as what I can see here. Increased power, PP, yep. Movement, increased power. So yeah, a lot of the same here. Okay, so this is one I know a lot of bow users are going to hopefully this is enough to make it so people can use bow again. That made me really sad when I found out a lot of bravers just stop using bow. And a lot of bravers just stopped playing braver. I mean, it's sad because everyone went to play hero, but that's besides the point. Increase normal attacks, so increase power when non-charged, reduce charge time, and increase PP regen. So it looks like your max charge power is going to remain the same, but you get more damage when you're not charging, and your charge time is lower, so you're not punished as heavily, is what it seems like. Same for your step attacks, increase power, PP regen, and reduce head stop. I know nothing about bow attacks, so none of these mean anything to me. I'm hoping that all of this says increase power. Increase power, increase power, increase power, increase power, increase bullet speed, attack range, reduce charge time, increase power, increase power. Almost everything got buffed to increase power. Banish arrow was one I know a lot of bow users were concerned about. So that got increased bullet speed when charged, increased attack range, and that's the one that didn't get increased power. Hopefully it's good enough. I'm hoping. Okay. This is actually really big to me. So for those who know, I'm a bouncer main. So I love playing bouncer. I'm hoping Dual Blades bouncer is more palatable, that I can actually play it and not feel awful. So let's see what we got. Rare Mastery bonus, of course. D-Band attack PP restore rate. Increased PP recovery rate. Cool. Elemental stance increased level 1 to 4 non-weakness power. Level 1 to 4 non-weakness power. I'm not sure what that means, but I'm guessing it just means whenever you're not using the proper element, it increases non-weakness power. Increase level 1 to 4 non-weakness power. I'm actually curious what that means. So I'll get back to you guys on that. Elemental stance up. Change the value to level 5. Okay, so it's giving it the same idea. Same idea. Break stance. So it's letting us take both, I think. And change the cap to 1, increase the effective percentage. For 1 point, you get the full. That's actually pretty awesome. Okay. I like that. So far, this seems okay. Bouncer's tree didn't actually need a lot of changes. It just needed to be able to take more than one stance and not be, limited as much. Dual blades. Increase power, reduce hit stops, increase power, reduce hit stops, increase turning speed. Adjusted step cancellation timing, adjusted just attack timing, adjusted fire timing of the photon blades. I wish they increased the damage. I honestly wish they increased the damage, because if you the weapon action photon blades, they are based on your normal attack damage. Well, normal attack buffs increase their damage, so rings like the attack advance ring would actually help photon blade damage. And since that's been nerfed, it's gonna nerf photon blade damage if you did anything like that, but you shouldn't. So it's fine. Totally okay. Anyway, Distraction Wing. Reduce hit stop, reduce PP consumption. Increase gear growth rate, increase travel distance, added step cancellation while traveling. All of these things are awesome. Dispersion Strike, increase power, increase gear growth rate. Tell me all of this has increased gear growth rate. Increase gear growth rate, increase gear growth rate. Okay, so maybe you just get a shit ton more gear now. And my video is immediately demonetized. Dang it. Maybe just get a ton of more gear now. Whatever. That's awesome, actually. That's really, really cool. So what concerns me is that Dispersion Strike got increased power, and then everything else just got increased gear growth rates. Hopefully with the increased power to everything across the board, photon blades will just, I guess they did enough damage as it was, but we'll have to see. But seeing this in a lot of PAs right now is making me pretty happy. Jet boot adjustments. But before I go here, what I don't like is that they didn't adjust how much PP everything takes. And what's not on this list is, what is it called? I haven't played Bouncer so long, I've actually forgotten the name of the PA. There's one PA that's not on here. It's the only PA that's not on here, and you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. And I can't think of it right now, and as soon as I think of it, we'll come back to it. Jet boot adjustments. So buff the first and second attack power, buff the shift attack power, and buff the PP recovery amount. Buff the power, buff the PP recovery amount. So step attacks. Okay. So Strike Gust got increased range. Strike Gust type 0, increased range, decreased PP consumption during attack, and adjusted power distribution. Grand Wave got reduced PP consumption, increased. Okay, so you're just moving faster, moving further. Actually, it's not moving any faster, just moving further and less PP used. Moment Gale got increased power, and Vinto got increased motion speed. Summoner should be deleted. I'm just joking. I'm sorry, Summoner means. Pet Sympathy increased. Probability that Pet Sympathy occurs. Increased Pet's power, increased effect duration. I have no idea what Pet Sympathy is. I really need to level Summoner at some point. So these are all the different types of pets, I believe, and they all of their changes. So Wanda got increased normal attack power, increased PA Wanda shock power, increased normal attack power, normal attack power, normal attack power. Hang on a second. Marin got increased normal attack power. Okay, they didn't do anything else to Marin. Melon got increased PA Melon's curse power and PP consumption. Synchro, what does Synchro get? Let's see. Increased normal attack power and PP recovery rate. Increased normal attack power, increased PA power, and increased PA power. Okay, this seems interesting. Gun slash adjustments. Does anyone use gun slash? Is that hardcore? Okay, so increased power, reduced head stops, increased PP recovery amounts, increased shooting distance. So it got the treatment from both sides. So it got the sword and the gun treatment. And the PAs, I don't use gun slashes ever, so it's pretty interesting. But power increase, movement and PA starts, power. So to sum it up, a lot of PAs got power increases. Okay, yeah, that's about it. Wow. So the changes are looking pretty solid. I think this is the same video. I'm just going to check it really quick. Yeah, this is the same video from beforehand. So you guys, I'm going to go ahead and put a link in the description. You can check out the video yourselves. We've already seen it in one of my videos, so I'm not going to show it again. But yeah, what do you guys think? Hopefully by the time this goes up, you guys will have had some time to check out the changes. You'll have some time to try them out for yourself and see that, you know, are they worth it? Are they not worth it? I know people are concerned a lot right now because of Hero. Nothing else feels playable. Well, nothing else feels like it's worth putting time into playing. I'm hoping this changes things up, breaks up the meta a little bit, gets people playing something else other than Hero. I know I'm going to try playing Bouncer again, especially when the servers come back up at 4 o'clock, which is an hour from now. Anyway, guys, thanks for sticking it through all the way to the end of the video. I know this is a lot to say all at once. You could have read through this yourself, but thanks for hanging out, checking out with me. We will be live over on my channel in about an hour from now, checking out the changes ourselves, checking out the, hopefully the new event, the new lobby, maybe doing a couple scratches, things of that sort. If you like more videos of this type, feel free to toss a subscribe. It's much appreciated. If you like this video itself, feel free to toss a like. If you dislike this video, I don't know why you're still here. You should probably go do something that's actually fun if you don't enjoy being here. But, you know, press dislike. That's totally fine too. If you guys have anything you want to say, toss it in the comments. Check you guys out later. Peace.